So I made this documentary, Tickled, about competitive tickling. For a while after that, strangers would come up and tickle and go, tickle, tickle, tickle.
Oh, no.
And it's assault. Like, get the fuck away from me. But they thought that was a perfectly fine thing to do.
Oh my God.
And it wasn't.
Party God.
Hi guys, I'm Elle Parker.
And I'm Devon Elle.
And this is
Party God.
Woo! Today we have such a special guest. His name is David Farrier.
Yeah, you probably know David from his documentaries, Tickled, Dark Taurus. You may know his journalism project, Webworm. And what else? He does a really cool podcast called Flightless Bird. Really cute. You should check it out.
Yeah, cool guy. Tall.
Yeah, very tall.
New Zealander. Got a little accent. We've got accents on the pod now.
But I was able to understand him, and that's great.
That's huge.
Huge.
Because normally you're like, what? And then, like the Irish guy.
Yeah. R.I.P.
Hey. How was your week, Devon?
Week is good. I just hosted an event with Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, it was so fun.
That's my window for the week, I would say.
That was a great window. And Tom Morello played.
Oh, yeah. Our buddy Tom, podcast, friend of the pod.
It was such a successful event.
Yeah, it was really, the energy was great.
Yeah, you got to take a photo of Bernie.
Yeah, first time. Yeah, I had obviously in like 2016 and then 2020, like canvas for Bernie. And then in 2020, I was there at the Nevada caucus, which is like, talk about party. Like, we were throwing down. It was, the last time I remember feeling hope and inspiration.
Yeah.
And the Bernie campaign had put us up in a hotel, my friends and I, and it was the first time that I had ever been to Vegas.
Yeah.
So it was full on.
Going Project X style for politics, man.
What?
Sometimes going Project X style for politics.
Project X? What's that?
What? You know Project
No.
X? That was that big party movie.
Oh.
In like 2010.
Oh, I gotta watch it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We need to throw a Project X party.
Yeah, we were having the time of our lives. My friend Alex Garpovsky, shout out Alex, had given me $200 to spend on the table.
Oh, king. Okay, hell yeah.
I know. Anyway, great party. What was my point in saying that? Yeah, so I spent a lot of time around Bernie in the orbit, but I never met him personally, never touched the man, and finally I got my Bernie hug.
So you got to touch him.
I got to touch, I'm dying to touch him.
Let me just touch him real quick. Is that all right with you guys? Nice.
Yeah, I was hoping it might change me in some way because he famously has like a rather like good politics. For the most part, I'm not agreeing with him like on 100% of everything.
Very political.
But what?
Very political thing of you to say.
Well, to get it out there for reasons, But yeah, this was in support of the Billionaire Tax Act. Oh yeah, I'm wearing my little shirt. Yes. Yeah. I was hoping that if I touched him, that I would maybe absorb some of his famous grumpiness. Because I think that
you want that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because I think that maybe I'm too pleasant.
I wouldn't say that. I think you're a wonderful amount of pleasant. I wouldn't say you're too pleasant. I don't think there's really such thing. You want to be grumpier.
Yeah.
No.
Because I think that people always say that I'm really smiley and that I have like a sweet voice. And I think that I need something.
Can I hear you talk in a deep voice? I just want to hear it.
A little rougher around the edges. Okay, when I was a high school teacher, I taught 10th grade English for a year through this program, the Teacher for America program.
Yeah.
Not worth getting into, but
we just hear the deep voice.
They trained me. They were like, you have to speak in a deeper register or these students are going to walk all over you because you do also look 16. I was 23 at the time. So I would be like, all right, everyone, open your books. Like 10, 9, and I would count them down.
It's still so high pitched.
It's not. That was good.
You sound scared.
I'm a little rusty. I'm a little out of practice.
You sound like
Well, it's probably I was not a very good teacher.
Yeah, hey.
Because I was trying to play a part that was not me. They were like, you really had to be very strict and authoritarian, which is very
that's your vibe.
Not my vibe.
That's how I describe you.
That's why I immediately went from, because I really liked my relationships with my students, and they'd always like hang out with me after classes, and we'd get to talking about their lives. And I was in a real high poverty, high trauma school, and so all these kids were like homeless or prostituting themselves or like just like dealing with some like dark, difficult, horrible stuff.
Shout out.
Shout out what?
Those kids.
Oh. So that's what maybe wants to be a therapist.
Okay.
I wanted to absorb Bernie's grumpiness And I will say it's not worked so far. It's not worked because I did get yelled at by one of my neighbors. I won't go into it. Coming home from the Bernie event, and that would have been a good opportunity for me to stand in my power and pop off at him because he was being very nasty to me and very aggressive.
Yeah.
And I did say, okay, agree to disagree. I'm gonna go to my house, and I shut it down. So
Fuck that guy.
I absorbed no Bernie energy, but maybe next time I touch him,
We'll get him.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep touching.
I had something really awesome happen to me at the Bernie event. I got interviewed by the LA Times. And let's just say it was a very short interview because she quickly realized that I didn't know what the hell I was talking about. I think there was just something about my aura. You know, she just sensed a girl in her divine masculine and said, I got to talk to her. She's like, can I interview you real quick? And I was like, yeah, absolutely.
I told you, I think it's the big eye effect. It works on babies too. People are magnetized to women with big eyes. This happens to me as well.
I'm always selected for things. Like people like you.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yeah, absolutely. And she was like, what did you think of the event? And I was like, yeah, you know, like I felt like I was the guys from South Park when they were on acid at the Oscars. And they're like, yeah, it's such a beautiful night. Everyone looks so good. I was like, yeah, you know, Bernie has such a way with words. I didn't say anything about what he was saying or the tag. I was like, you know, like he just like is so well spoken.
It's so funny that you got the interview. I helped produce the event. We were there with a lot of most of my friends. Literally, Elle's probably my only friend who's not deeply engaged in politics.
Yeah.
Most of anybody else that I was there with, any part of our crew would have been a more compelling interview, most likely.
They interviewed this guy right here, and I didn't know what the hell was going on. I was like, no, it's like such a beautiful night.
Yeah, I was like, it's so excited that we're giving more money to billionaires. And
no. I was just like, yeah, you know, like he's so sick. Like I voted for him. She was like, who else did you vote for? I was like, yeah, nah, just like the Democratic ones. She was like, all right, thank you. No, so I can't wait till that interview comes out. Like, I think, you know, definitely they're gonna run my story. Probably gonna be like top of the,
I'm sure,
of the section.
Yeah. What do you think it's gonna be the?
Oh, it's gonna be like Elle Parker interviewed, real engaging journalism. Everyone tap in, hear what she has to say. And, you know, it's just going to be a very beautiful spread.
Yeah. The headline is like, a girl thinks Bernie is good speaker.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I can't wait. What was your wall?
It's funny that you're my only non-political friend, but I think it's
But I
great.
Support. I show up.
Yeah.
I just don't really know what's going on.
Well, I think one of the great things and one of the things that I think it takes all kinds, and I have a lot of friends who are real news junkies, and that's great and that's very needed. I feel like I'm somewhere in the middle where I'm not like 24/7 attached to the news cycle, but I'm engaged just enough to be able to throw events and like do actions and things like oriented towards, you know, building a better left and fundraising on the left. So I feel like I'm somewhere in the middle, and then you're doing something totally different. But I would say your heart is purer than most leftists that I engage and work with. So there's like the way that you actually live and treat people is a lot more, I think, in practice leftists than a lot of like purported leftists who are like you know, yelling at people in the social media.
I'm not
comments.
doing it to convince anyone that I'm a certain way, I think is what the difference is.
Right.
I just live this way.
Right.
I just live this
I
way.
think you're a true socialist in your heart, because the way that you treat your neighbors and the way that you treat your friends ultimately is very political. So,
oh my God, thanks.
Yeah.
Cool. Wow, that's awesome.
You should have talked about that.
I was just like, nah, like this event was cool. Like he was saying some good stuff. If you heard. Yeah.
Okay, so my wall, you asked. My wall is that I've been living in the new place for about a month, and it's still...
Babe, it's been over a month.
It's been over a month. We were traveling a little bit during there, but I just think that once you make it a month, like if you're not fully unpacked, it's just going to stay the way that it is.
I don't think you can say I just moved in anymore.
Yeah. I'm worried. I think that I've reached a mental block where I don't know how to get through the rest.
It's okay. I think maybe you need to get some more of those simps over and be like, clean it up.
They've offered.
Yeah.
I'm not so much wanting strangers in my house.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
Right.
Okay. Well, you know, hey, I think put on some music and just get it popping.
Oh, I never remember about music. I've never listened to music.
We're not big music girls.
No, I'm a big podcast girl.
Yeah, me too. But like
Mostly I just
Nickelback.
turn on our podcast.
Yeah, I just like listen to us.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't.
No, that'd be really fun.
Imagine. Like let me listen to number one right now. Let me listen to a real one. Let me hear what a real one has to say. How about that? Okay, I have a wall. My wall is that I'm treated like a second-class citizen when I go out with no makeup. And it's like, I might as well have done like war crimes the way I'm treated. And then I go out with like makeup on and it's like, oh, let me roll out the red carpet for you and like anything you want. If I have no makeup on, it's like they're spitting on me.
Oh yeah.
They're shoving me.
They're kicking.
Yeah. They're like shoving me with a broom.
Yeah,
and it's whoa. It's me, guys.
Yeah.
Like, I go into the same coffee shop, interact with the same barista. I'm treating night and day the way I'm treated.
That's wild.
I know.
I'm not having this experience. Don't know what that is or what that's about. But
you're not?
No.
Am I chopped? I'm chopped without makeup.
I'm kidding. No, that's real.
It's hell. It's true hell.
But it is. I don't know if it's a no makeup thing. Sometimes it's purely like, well, I don't know, because I mean, you could be a girl in sweatpants and a guy will hit on you the same as in a skirt. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but
maybe it's just my vibe. I think maybe
maybe because
like,
you're feeling
chopped,
right?
Yeah,
right.
And then when I have makeup on, I'm like, oh my god, whatever. And then when I've got my little disguise, it's hat, glasses, jacket, hoodie, or something, and then people don't recognize me, right? Which is fun.
Yeah,
it's like I'm Clark Kent.
Because you're getting catcalled left and right. Men are very bold.
Left and right. Because I'm a big walker. So I'm always walking around.
You're a big walker.
I'm a big walker. So, if you're walking around my neighborhood, it's just inevitable.
Oh, yeah.
The other day, a man literally shouted out his car and said, walk that thing. And I was like, I love getting catcalled.
I mean, bring back like working class style catcalls.
I'm saying if I walk past construction workers and they don't whistle, my day's ruined.
Yeah. Absolutely. There's a way to do it where it's like charming.
Exactly.
I think it really depends on who you are.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm all for it. I was getting catcalled one time when I was like, it was a period in my life where I was just out of college and I was riding my bike to my internship every day. Mm-hmm. But I have basically no experience riding a bike because I grew up on dirt roads. You don't really get to practice this sort of thing. So this guy catcalled me and I tried to flick him off. And I fell off my bike.
See? You're upsetting the natural rhythm of the
I'm setting the natural order of things. I should have just, allowed it, sailed by. Right.
One day we're going to miss these catcalls. My window is that I just got a sexy new outfit.
Well, that never happens.
Yeah, well, this time it's crazy. So I was like trying on outfits for the mechanic photo shoot. And I tried on like denim shorts and like a white tank top. And it just looked wrong on me. Like that kind of like me and like blue denim just looks wrong. And then I put on this like feathered like corset matching skirt with feather trim and it just like looked normal on me. And I think it's like that's just something like I was just born to be a diva, I think.
Yeah, well, you were a glamour clown. You
Exactly.
were held in the arms of Liza Minnelli.
Yes, when I was like 1 year or 1 or 2, I like my godmother was on Victor Victoria on Broadway with Liza Minnelli, and so I was 2 years old at Liza Minnelli's house, and I like wiggle. She's singing, and I like wiggle out of my mom's arms, and I like walk up to the stage, and I'm just like staring at Liza Minnelli. She picks me up. I have a photo of me as a baby, and she's just holding me and singing to me, and I think that it's the diva ness seeped into me.
That does actually make so much sense now that I'm thinking about it. I think our childhoods really affected the way that we present and dress our aesthetics today.
Yes.
Because you grew up sort of in this like, you grew up in Burbank, so you're like single mother, but also like close to LA and like show choir and like experiencing all these things. I grew up backwoods, Georgia, very feral. I didn't wear clothes until I was like 5 and sort of forced to by the state.
Awesome.
I had a mullet. I had a full mullet. And when I would wear clothes, they were things like I wore Walmart. I was like head to toe Walmart until like 8th or 9th grade when I finally to my mom. I was like, it's the reason that I don't want to shop at Walmart obviously was just because it looked uncool and I wanted to shop at Old Navy. That was the cool store at the time. But I petitioned her. I was like, Walmart's really evil.
Old Navy was the cool store.
I was like, I gotta get one of these, some of these Old Navy flip flops, something. But it was like a tier of expense above what we were paying at the Walmart.
Right.
So I was like, Walmart's destroying small businesses. I like really went hard on my poor mother, who was like could not be broker.
Yeah.
But eventually she went into credit card debt and started allowing us to purchase some Old Navy clothes. And then I was like, it's on.
Mine was the same. Like I was wearing like thrift store clothes. My mom, like she was a costumer, so she was really good at thrifting, but we were poor. So it was like, I got the thrift store clothes and like I wanted so badly an Abercrombie hoodie. And that was like my dream because like all the girls had like Abercrombie hoodie. I wanted one so bad. And then like finally I got one and I like wore that thing out. Like every day I was wearing my one Abercrombie hoodie. Like it just felt so like, it's funny the things that are like luxury as a kid. And then now you're like, what? That's what I wanted. Like just to look like everyone else. Like that was the goal.
I know. I had that like one like Gap hoodie. Like a hoodie from the Gap. Look, Gap was so expensive. I can't believe it. But I got it at like the changer, like the outlets. Yeah. So I wore this Gap hoodie and I was like, it was in middle school. So I was like, obsessed with how ugly I was. I was like, could not. I just had such intense, like, it was never like a weight thing. It was always just like my face. How can I show it in public? So I would like wear this hoodie and I would like pull it over my face and I would wear it every day and just try to hide this like thing. It was so sad. I feel so sad for that kid. Like I like in 3rd grade, I thought I was so hideous that for picture day, I like got really anxious. It was like picture day the next day. So I went home and I like scrubbed my face to try to scrub all the ugly off.
It's just crazy that we think of ourselves that way.
Yeah, I'm so glad today that my self-image is normal and healthy and regular.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, please enjoy this episode with David Farrier.
Woo! And you can be that little animal, guys.
We can.
Are we rolling?
Guys, be the little animal.
Yeah.
Oh, punch.
Oh my God.
Is this little animal okay down here?
Yeah,
right?
She's not so happy because she doesn't usually lays on her bed right here,
Yeah.
but she has soaked through both of her beds, so it's kind of on her.
Oh,
Yeah.
She's being a little old girl.
Yeah.
We're about to attack her punch style. She doesn't step.
One punch to the head.
Yeah.
Oh,
Better run to your dog stuffed
no,
animal for comfort, Lou.
Such a love. She's 14 years old, you said?
Yeah.
She's doing
Oh,
really
no.
well.
Sweet
Yeah.
girl.
I got her from a shelter back in Georgia.
Oh.
The rest of her litter had been adopted to go work on a farm, but
Yeah.
they left her behind because I think they sense that she's more of an intellectual. Like she's not.
Right.
Yeah, not there to work. There
Yeah,
she's
yeah,
just got
yeah.
such like lovely eyes.
I
It's like
know.
very like,
I can't picture her
Big.
doing labor. It's not her
She's
vibe.
She's not a farm girl.
She's a
yeah.
diva.
Yeah.
She's a party dog.
Bubba.
Yeah.
Well, when I was a therapist, so the first 5 years of my career as a therapist, and I would have her with me in my trauma groups, my grief groups, and she would always like sense who needed like comfort the most. Like,
and would like zero in.
Yeah.
Embarrassing. If it's paying attention to you. No,
Did
guys,
that
I'm
help?
good. I'm fine.
Did that help you in your practice? Like, did that help you know how to talk to those people, or did that change the way you did things, or was it just like a little side dish?
It was just nice. Like it was just like an additive to like I had done private. I was mostly doing one-on-ones, but then I moved to Denver and I started doing group therapy for these like adolescents who are homeless and struggling with substance abuse and trauma, obviously.
Yeah.
And so primarily I would bring her into those groups, and the kids would always be like they're like 18 to 25-year-olds. They always be like, how does she know?
Totally. Yeah, how is this possible?
Sweet.
Yeah.
Did you see there was some animal they were using when people were waking up from surgery or from some kind of
horse?
traumatic event? A horse? And it looked so stressful because like you had these old elderly people waking up and it's just a fucking massive horse. Like trying to, horses, they have big heads, they're sort of nudging things and getting in there. And I just remember thinking, this looks so incredibly stressful.
I'd be like, where am I?
Yeah, all the comments are like, oh, this is so sweet, this is really beautiful, but it just looked awful.
No, I would.
Giant, just
scared.
waking up and having, because horses are big.
And they're very scary.
I'd be like, am I in a barn?
Unpredictable.
Yeah, well, a horse can hear a human heartbeat from 6 feet away, which is like, what
What?
are they doing with that information?
No,
Like,
it sounds like you
That's-
made that up.
I
but I believe you.
real.
It doesn't sound real.
No, that's why they use
Okay.
them so much in therapy.
Yeah,
And
right.
it-
Okay.
it-
So
therapy
they can
sense because they can
sense.
sense and read humans so well. So whatever
Okay.
energy you're giving to the horse
Oh my God.
is how the horse is going to respond to you. So it's really helpful for therapy clients.
I should take my bias back.
Oh,
The
okay.
horses are good in there. Let the horses in.
But I'm
Yeah,
no, I'm
we're
with
cool
you. I
horses.
think they're creepy. I don't.
Creepy. No,
Trust-
they're very soulful. Look at their eyes. They're so like there's something going on there.
Mm.
I don't know. Maybe I just
They're
have like a
either
really relaxed
soulful
heartbeat.
or empty. I don't know. I went through a stage when I was maybe 9. I had like a horse riding phase because my neighbor had a horse.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, horse people are intense, as are
Yeah.
horses.
Yeah.
Unpredictable.
Hand
I don't
in hand.
understand why parents are so happy for like their kids to ride motocross bikes and stuff like that. But No, they're okay with horses, but they're not okay with motocross and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, that surely horses are just fucking insane.
Way
You're
more
in
unpredictable.
control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
of
so I
course they'll
feel
do
we're off
whatever.
topic. I'm just
No, all good.
I'm
Well,
rambling.
welcome, David, to Party God.
Welcome to
It's
Party
nice to be
God.
here.
How's that coffee?
it's really good coffee. I was worried when you reached out about this because I don't party.
I know you
At
had a lot
all.
of
I was
hesitation.
concerned about this.
Those are the best
Yeah,
ones.
yeah. No, there's always the best ones.
The sad ones. Yeah.
Yeah, we
There's
get
no
really
parties
sad,
happening.
and that's why. No, but we start every episode by giving our guest a Party God score.
Yeah, that's gonna make him feel comfortable.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
so
Okay.
He's just expressed trepidation. You're like,
Whoa.
so we're gonna rate.
So we're
you.
gonna rate you
Straight
right
away.
now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, don't say too much before you get the score. I'm gonna go 6 if you're saying.
Okay, you're going with the 6?
Yeah,
Why 6?
because he's saying he's not a big partier.
Oh,
so I'm
sure,
gonna-
okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's high.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
you're going way too high.
Okay,
But I'll take it. That's
We'll start you
encouraging.
kind of in the middle. We'll see based on because some people surprise us where they say I'm not a partier and then the stories happen and we're
and
like,
then
what
the
are you talking
stories
about?
unfold.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm gonna go a little higher. I'm gonna say 7.
7, okay.
Thank you. That's
Yeah.
very kind. It's like a kindness point, but I'll take it.
Well, I do feel a certain responsibility as the person who booked you, so I want you to feel comfortable. But no, I do think because you're a good conversationalist, I think that's a
Okay.
big part of like. I think a lot of people think like a partier has to be like going crazy and staying out late and
Yeah.
drinking, doing drugs, and like that's all great. That's a certain genre of partier.
Mhm.
But I think a great partier is also just someone who can carry conversation
Uh-huh.
and it's
Yeah.
fun to banter with.
I do like doing that.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, cool.
I love
feel
chatting.
Like a party is a good excuse to do that.
Yeah.
The one party trick that I have is that if it's sort of a more a party where people are bringing food and
Yeah.
items,
Uh-huh.
I like to go and just get those things and be the one to pass them out. And people kind of assume that you've made it. And I'll just take the
Food
gifts. They'll
stolen
say,
out.
it's like, thank you so much. Like, this looks so good. And I'm like, and I don't lie, but I do indicate sort of subtly that they are mine.
Yeah.
And that is like a great way to like be like the cool guy at the party.
Yeah.
Or at least the one that's like there to like feed people.
Yeah.
So I
if
like
they
that
compliment
trick.
it, thank you.
Yeah.
Like,
And it's a bonus if you see the person there that made the thing and they see you getting the credit for handing it out. That's an extra bit of heaven. That's my favorite thing at a party.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's nice
Okay.
to have like a job at a party too.
Yeah.
You're immediately like useful.
Oh, all the time. All the time. A big thing in New Zealand, I grew up, I guess my main having a party phase was when I was, like if I say flatting, do you know what that is? Is that a word you have? So flatting is where you're living with a bunch of other students in a house.
Sure.
Oh, okay.
So what do you call that here?
roommates.
Roommate, just roommates.
Shacking.
Yeah. Yeah. So we just call it like flatting. And so when I was in a flat, you've got like these a 5-bedroom like house that you're all living in. That was a time where I remember thinking like, this is the time to have a party, was that era.
Of course.
But I feel like that stopped in my I'm 43 now. I feel like that stopped in my like late 20s, that kind of stopped.
Yeah.
But I love doing that.
Well, I would hope. Yeah.
Yeah, it's still going.
Let's go crazy this
Not
weekend,
so
boys.
great. Yeah,
Blackout.
not so great.
Yeah, what's your vibe at a party? What do you
Wait, I want to hear about these flats. Wait,
All right,
before
yeah.
we-
The flat parties?
Yeah.
The main thing I think in a New Zealand flat party is there's often, which I've noticed you don't have so much here in America, we often would have like a big bath in a flat.
Oh.
So there'd be a shower. And then do you like where you'd lay down and like immerse yourself in water? What do you call that here?
No, of course. Yeah,
A bath.
we're familiar. Yeah.
So there'd be like a separate.
Wait.
I just don't know the culture here. I've been here for 4 years and I still don't know. But there'd be a big bath and we'd fill that with ice and like fill that up with beers.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
fun.
So
okay.
that's what the bath would
That's
be
That's
used
amazing.
for.
Amazing. I thought
And
you guys were going to
so-
get in the bath, which I also like.
That's
But the
what I
beer
thought.
in the bath.
No,
is
no,
great.
beer
Yeah,
in the
okay.
bath was a big thing.
Yeah.
And there's always like a lot of discussion about who would be playing the music and what the playlist would be.
Oh, sure.
And generally, yeah, it was probably just like America. A house party was just a bunch of people getting very drunk.
Yeah.
And then if you're hosting, the stress at the end of the night is just figuring out like when to sort of send everyone on their way. That was always the thing that I hated when it got to that part.
Yeah.
'Cause it's like I'm in a house that is like horrifically messy.
No.
And you're like, oh God, I've got to deal with all this tomorrow. Like, get the fuck out of my place.
Were you the go-to cleaner at those parties?
I'd like things to be clean.
Mhm.
And saying that, like my bestie Rosabelle, we lived together for a long time, and she would also be like a very like, let's get this clean. And so often, if we were drunk at the end of the night, we would be cleaning late into the night, into the early hours. So
No,
we'd
that's-
wake up the next day feeling like not that heavy weight of like, fuck, we have to clean.
I don't
smart.
know.
That's my party
I couldn't do it like that. I don't know if you came to the original Little Secret back when I was doing shows in the Hollywood location.
I did come to one of those.
Yeah. So I was living in that house, the backyard. There were the parties, the stage, the bar was back there, and then I was living in one of the rooms, and then renting out the rest of the rooms. And I would never clean after a party. Like I was so exhausted in host
No,
mode.
you've been too busy partying.
Yeah.
Well, the goal is to
course.
get other people to do
Yeah.
it for you, and they're like, "Let me help," and you're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, guys, thank you
That
so much."
So
kind.
I did have a lot of unpaid intern
Yeah.
young men who would kind of stick around the end of the
Great.
night, hoping
Yeah.
maybe something was going to happen, and I would give them something to do out,
A task. Men love
Ultimately,
cleaning.
yeah.
They just wanted to clean.
Yeah, take out the trash.
I just like love it when I see men clean. It's like so awesome.
But then you wake up at like 11 or noon, and like the place is just like sticky floor,
Yeah.
The sticky
trash
floor is the worst.
Yeah,
Like the bathroom's always the worst thing in the world. Like,
oh,
it's just
God. And the
hideous.
toilet's always
brutal.
broken.
It's brutal.
One thing you do much better in America is you've got the whole red cup, and like you're much better in America at having like throwaway drinking apparatus and like
We love
And
waste.
plates.
Yeah, we love to waste
Whereas in
plastic.
New Zealand, and this might have just been in my situation, but we'd always have like, we wouldn't use throwawayable. We'd be drinking out of like wine glasses,
Oh.
and we'd
God.
have like our food on like an actual plate. You'd have to like scrub and clean.
Oh.
And I think Americans are really good at the idea of just having shit you can just like throw away.
Oh yeah,
And
Yeah.
that really helps. So
Yeah.
we had that extra level of horrificness at the end of a night was like cleaning.
I can't afford to lose that kind of dishware. I mean, I imagine
People are breaking
Yeah,
Nightmare.
everything. Yeah.
Nightmare
People are getting-
disposable shit. in time.
broken glass is just part of a
It's
party.
fine.
That's just
Oh, there's
that's just
always
what you
broken
expect.
glass. My God, always.
Yeah. How are New Zealand parties different from American parties?
I haven't been to that many American, like I can't compare them because I haven't been to like American parties with like a bunch of teenagers and 20-year-olds. I'm too old.
Again, would
Oh,
hope
good.
so. Yeah.
I feel like Americans, what are the comparison points? I feel like Americans don't do it as much. I feel like Americans, or at least in LA, are more likely to go out to a venue and do something out as opposed to having a house party.
True. Yeah.
Like I feel
And to
house
our dismay.
parties aren't
Yeah.
as much of a thing here. Am I wrong on that, or did
No
I
one
just
has a
miss
house.
out?
That's the thing.
Well, no one's got a house.
No one's
exactly.
got a house.
Yeah.
That's a big part of it.
I think it's slowed down a lot, and the ones that exist are very gate kept.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
And if they're party, they're big sort of things and like a big, it's like Taika Waititi probably has like, you should get him as a guest.
Who?
He would have parties. He's a director we
Taika.
have. He,
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Taika. So he does, he'd have amazing parties here.
Yeah.
My God,
Ooh.
he would be a party god
Oh my God.
character. Those would be big parties.
Oh,
Okay.
great.
All
Wow.
Oh my
right.
God,
Yeah.
just a tip.
Yeah,
Pro
we'll get
tip.
him on.
Yeah.
Pro tip.
Let's get him on.
Yeah, get into one of his parties. They would be next level.
Okay.
So you guys are doing a lot more house parties.
Yeah.
Which are the best kind of parties there are?
They're the best.
Yeah,
Probably my memory of like the best house party was like towards the end of my house partying days, getting old. And it was, I can't remember was it a birthday? It was a birthday, but I hired a guy who I loved who would sing at the local pub, and he had a pet parrot.
Awesome.
And so
Hell yeah.
he'd sing with this like massive, I think it was like an Amazon parrot. It was like a big green thing. And parrots in New Zealand aren't that common. And so this was an extra novelty. I feel in America, people always have a parrot on the shoulder.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
always.
Yeah.
Throw a rock.
You know, but you're out at Venice or something. There's parrots everywhere.
Absolutely.
But New Zealand, much less common. So I hired him and his friends to play. So they were in the lounge playing, and they were kind of amazing. And then so our old Prime Minister, Jacinda Ardern, I'd known her for a long time before she was Prime Minister. So when she was just getting into politics.
Amazing.
And so that friendship continued. And so I invited her to this party. But of course, by then she was Prime Minister. So she came, but she had all her security detail with her.
Wow.
So it was this really crummy kind of dirty flat with like beers in the tub, and you know this man with a parrot like playing in the lounge. And like our coolest person, like this amazing female leader, like came to the party. Suddenly we had like security out the front of the house. There was like her bodyguard or extra security guy was like in the hallway. And that felt, I sort of looked around at one point and sort of went, this is quite, for one thing, it's like very New Zealand because everyone kind of knows each other. And it just felt like a neat party. And like everyone was chatting, everyone was the perfect level of drunk where it wasn't too far, it wasn't too less.
Yeah.
It's just like a perfect tone.
Hell yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
I love when
Yeah.
everyone's not too drunk. That's a big.
It was really good.
What was the parrot contributing to the party?
It would just like screech occasionally.
Okay.
Sat on people's shoulders.
Oh, great.
Bit someone quite hard at one point because like parrots are like very territorial.
Security should have been on that. That's on them.
Totally.
Yeah.
Did the
But
parrot
that
talk?
felt good. Parrot wasn't very talkative. No, we were wanting him to talk, but wasn't having it.
Well, that's good. He could probably leak
Yeah.
state secrets. He's like, you know.
Was that exactly?
Yeah. Well,
Be
Also
listening into what the PM was
Insane
saying.
that parrots can
Yeah.
talk. Like we don't talk about that enough. How scary that is.
Parrots and horses, yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're the most amazing things. They can fly and talk. Like, what other creature can even begin to do that?
I know.
Mm.
It's really crazy.
I had a parrot in New Zealand for like maybe 3 years. He
What?
was like a handful, but he would go out with me to bars and around. He'd just sit on my shoulder.
You're a parrot guy.
Incredible.
Yeah, I'm
You were
a
the
massive
guy.
parrot guy. So my dad was a veterinarian.
That's why he's trying to normalize it. He's like, no,
No.
in New Zealand it's really common. Yeah, no, it's normal guys have them.
You know,
The
they-
The coolest guys. The coolest guys are parrots.
Yeah.
I had,
Girls don't think it's weird.
I had a sun conure, which I would
What?
never advise anyone to get. They're super cute. They're bright orange. They're probably like the body's about that big with tail about that big. They look amazing, but their main trait is just screeching
Yeah.
really like deathly loud.
Yeah, I love to scream. That's my thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's-
I know some people like that.
Horrific. But super cute, and that he'd go out with me, like I'd walk down the street and he'd be on my shoulder. He liked to like tunnel up under your sweater because they like sort of burrowing.
Oh,
And his
whoa.
little head would like pop up from under your sweater like this.
This is
So
awesome.
that was amazing. But also massive pain in the ass. And if I wasn't home, he would just scream for me until I came home. It annoyed all my flatmates. They hated it.
What a wild era. I can't believe this is incredible
This was
lore.
a parrot era. This was the parrot era. Yeah, no, big into
Wow.
parrots.
God.
I need to
awesome.
know, he was called Keith, and when I left, why did I basically had to adopt him out? A, because it was too much work for me. Very stressful. They're trying to rehome a parrot. They
Oh.
ended up finding a new home for him. He hooked up with another parrot, another conure,
What?
got pregnant, wasn't a Keith, was like fucking Sandy or whatever,
Wow.
had eggs, and now has little parrot children.
Wow.
So that was
God.
like a shocking shocker.
You're a grandpa.
I'm a grandpa.
Well, now he's gonna get that karma because he's been screeching his whole life, and now he's gonna get a taste of his medicine.
He
all
is
the
going to get a
screechy little
taste.
babies.
He is going to get a taste
So
of
it
the
always
medicine.
happens.
That's what
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
Karma's
He
coming
was-
for us all.
But no, I mean, Keith will live for I think like 25 years or something, and I couldn't bring him to the States.
Sure.
And I would say as like a PSA, if you're ever going to get a parrot, don't. Like it's a bad idea. Like it's like having a 5-year-old child that never grows up,
Oh, pass.
and
All right,
you've
shout
got
out,
them
Keith.
all the time. Horrific.
That's wild.
Yeah, don't do it.
That's so awesome. I
Damn.
didn't know this about you.
I am really bummed that we missed you in your parrot era.
It was
Oh, I
my
know.
best year. I don't have a parrot now.
I
don't
can
have
see
any.
it. It
I
looks
don't
like
have any.
really natural.
Yeah.
Does it? Yeah,
Yeah.
no, just like sit on the shoulder.
Yeah, sure.
So whenever I walk past someone that has a parrot, I think the default thought is like, there's a crazy person, but I'd always say, not crazy, just good person.
Mhm.
Go and talk to
You're
them.
You get them like a
that's
knowing
brother.
nod. You're
Always.
Yeah.
I'll do like this.
Ah.
Do you do that in America?
like a
Like a sort of
yeah. It's like
it's
I'll
like
just-
a.
I don't
hey,
know. I don't know
hey
if I
bro.
do that.
It's like a hey bro.
you're doing it a little slower.
Yeah, it's got to be slow. It's like a.
I think
that.
maybe it's like a
You do kind of do that. Elle does very masculine gestures, and
my
yeah.
divine
You'll
masculine.
She's in
do a
her
little-
divine masculine lately.
Love that.
Yeah, well, I don't, but
Listen, it's just how things are going.
So,
yeah.
so you guys have got your
It's
own thing
getting-
going on. That's
it's
okay.
getting a little out of control.
It's just how things are moving.
She's arm wrestling men to the point where she's finally gotten injured, and it's like I have to hear about it. Like she arm wrestled David Wayne the other day, and like
Hurt
David,
me.
usually guys kind of do this flirty thing where they're like, "Oh wow,
They're
you're
like
so
lightly
strong,"
like, ah.
and David
Yeah.
went. like,
Oh,
like-
really?
Yeah, it hurt my arm.
It's like, whoa, back off.
I was like, you're gonna win.
That's
he was
very,
actually
that's very funny.
Like,
It was-
what do you think? What do you think is going
not
on?
a
fight. It was not a fight.
Just dude being a dude.
I know. I guess my divine masculine was a little too convincing. So
That's what you
Whoops.
Get
So
after
back
what I
down,
get.
man. Back down.
took it too far. Well, David, what's your vibe at a party? What are you up to? You dancing? You buy the music? You
Not dancing. No, dancing is a big
Aw.
fear of mine.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, no, it's like I can't. I'm so self-conscious when I dance. It's an impossibility.
Oh.
I've danced once in my life, a long time ago at like just the right age, right level of intoxication. I was at a club with my bestie and that seemed like the thing to do.
Yeah.
But never since.
Just the one.
Just mortified
One
by
time.
it. Like I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I'm very happy for other people to dance.
Yeah.
But I can't. I've got no rhythm.
What was
I'm
your move?
embarrassed by it. Oh, there's no move. I didn't get that far. There's no move. Like even you talking about it makes me start to get a bit sweaty and nervous. It's like so scary to me.
We're gonna make you dance.
We
I'm
can
just
practice.
kidding.
We can practice.
But
can
that's
practice.
like the main problem I have, like weddings, like it's a problem there because inevitably at some time of the night, there's the dancing.
Yeah.
I'm not there then. I'm gone.
Oh.
Where
I'm
are
out
you
of
going?
there.
Where are you going?
Home.
Wow.
I'm out of there.
That's so sad.
Where'd
Yes,
David go?
No, that's the thing. It shouldn't, for people like me, the pressure is too much and I just have to get out of there.
Oh, look, I understand that's my instinct as well. I'm very self-conscious, but I think I've trained.
You're not. I don't think you are.
Huh?
Are you?
Oh, very, 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 very. And I'm like, I
Really?
don't have a natural rhythm. So I'm like self-conscious about dancing. The thing is, I trained myself by getting that certain level of like intoxication where I'm like, okay, I actually feel like I look really cool. And like, I would not want to see a video of what I'm doing, but I'm like, I get into a flow state where I'm like, I probably have I've never looked cooler, right? Like that's how I feel in the
You
moment.
probably are cool.
And
She is.
no, it's not. It's not.
Yeah, you're
It's
probably
not.
cool.
Is that convincing?
No, like you're probably
Yeah.
cool though.
But now,
Mr. Cool over here. Yeah.
but now I've done that enough where I could dance sober because now when I'm on the dance floor, I go into that state where I'm like, just pretend like you're wasted.
You
And
remember.
now, my brain goes.
And just go
Yeah.
into that mode.
Trick
yeah.
yourself.
So I think you have to just,
I appreciate that. And I'd like to think I can try one day.
yeah.
I just find I've let it go for so long. The level of like anticipation is in myself is like too high.
I think it's in you. Well, we're going to take a dance class soon because
Oh, yeah.
Really?
we're going to be challenged to a dance battle soon, and we need to be
we can
prepared.
feel it. We could tell. It's
So
coming. Yeah.
we'll bring you along.
You know
We'll-
what I think did it to me before my like, we call it a ball in New Zealand. I think you call it prom here.
Oh yeah.
But I was 16
Yeah.
and I couldn't dance, and my mum took me to dancing lessons.
Oh,
And so I
sweet.
I had this moment of like dancing with my mum Pam, and I think
Pam.
that instead of like I think her thinking was like, my poor like nerdy son, this will like help him like know how to move at least for like the slow dances. But I'm sorry, like a 16-year-old dancing with your mum in front of other people at a
no,
lesson.
in front of other
No,
people.
Yeah, no, it was like
Oh.
a dance class with other people. I think now I've actually never put this together, but I think that's what sealed it. Like
I
dancing
think
is just
so.
full nightmare territory.
We-
You're like,
Figured
everyone's
out-
going to see me dancing with my mom
No,
again.
every time.
We figured out the core trauma. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
That's what we do on Party Guide. We like people to figure out their core trauma.
Core trauma. I mean, I'm getting like more
Unlocked.
sweaty and gross
Yeah.
as I think about it. It was mortifying. It was rough.
There's nothing worse,
Yeah.
especially being like a young man, being like, oh, it's like, now I have to be close body to body with mom. Like, let's cut a rug.
Yeah,
Absolutely
no, it was
not.
rough. She was just trying to like do her best to like help
Of
her like nerdy
course.
child. You know,
Of course.
didn't work at all.
Yeah.
Never do that to your child ever.
Come here, son. Get close to mom. Let's dive in. Absolutely not.
My dad and my stepmom met dancing, square dancing. So I really romanticize it. So it's like, I think you got to figure it out. I think it's important. Plus,
And no, it's such a good social thing to do.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
obviously, like
oh,
I
and
miss
then
out
at
on
the
so
very least, you don't
much.
have to leave the party. Like,
I know.
Gotta go. Is that Freak League playing?
Because what I find, like, if you're the one not dancing at a wedding,
Yeah.
what happens is everyone comes up to you because they want to include you.
course.
Like, come
Yeah.
dance,
There's a
come
lot of-
Yeah,
dance.
please.
And
Anything
I'm
else?
just like, please no. Like, and then they get like, because there's a bit of like alcohol around, they get really fucking serious about it.
yeah.
And then when you say no, they think you're rejecting them. But you say, no, I've had
Yeah.
a massive phobia of dancing. But you can't really
No.
explain that.
No.
It's like, David, your mom's
That's
here.
why I leave. Yeah, mum. Then Pam
We
walks
brought
in.
your mom.
I know, mum, not again. No. So it's just, that's why I leave early.
Oh.
I'm out of there.
it's
All right,
so
we gotta get you in
sad.
this dance class.
Yeah.
No moms.
Actually, I broke up with a guy because he wouldn't dance.
Oh, any guy I date never dances, and it's been hell my whole life.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
here was
So
my-
what was the mitigating kind of thing?
So we were dating for 5 years. And there was other
It's a
stuff.
long
There
time.
was other stuff going on. It wasn't just dancing, but this was part of it. This was part of it because he wouldn't dance with me, and I felt like if you're so concerned with what others think that you're afraid to look silly and foolish at the expense of like having this fun time, connective time with me,
Yeah.
that makes
totally.
me feel a little like Yeah. Like, you should prioritize the connection that we're having. And I'm telling you, I don't care how you look. I just want to have fun with you. You're my partner.
Yeah.
Prioritize
But he wouldn't do it. And was it one particular dance that broke the camel's back? Or was it sort of like a series of not dancing over 5 years that added up?
It was a culmination. Yeah, it was that and some other things. And then I was like, as I was looking at, you start to like do some soul searching. You're like, yeah. This isn't my thing.
If I'm ever dating anyone, I would tell them, just right at the top, like, I'm not going to dance. Like I do. Like I get it out of the way because I think it is important.
We got to get David to
Just
dance.
get it out
I'm
of the
not gonna
way.
dance. It's for my mom only.
Yeah, only Pam.
I save my dances for my mom.
Yeah, on the date, my mum's sitting there as well. She's just off to the side monitoring what's
This is a
going
mom's
on.
dance. Thank you.
Horrific.
Not my mom's.
Between
I
me
think
and
it
God and
sounds
my
way.
mom.
I think it came across like way creepier than this was. It was like, it was weird, but like.
Were other people dancing with their moms, or was it just you?
No, just me.
Okay, that's
No,
it
I
then.
think who did other people bring? They must have like danced with the
girlfriends.
dance instructor. Yeah, it could be girlfriend. You're right. I had mummy. Mummy was there.
We gotta get him more comfortable socially. I've got it.
It's like
Come here,
dirty
hon.
dancing too.
God.
Play the thong song, please. Hit it.
Yeah, okay. So I think we need to move on.
I'll
from this.
just say we can move on. I'll just say I believe in you. You're such
I'll
a.
just
you're-
say, yeah, move on. But first,
I got one more thing.
I'll say as a bit of confidence. You're such a Renaissance man. You do all the. I see you
course.
doing all these different skills. I know you can pick up dancing if you choose.
Thank you. I appreciate that encouragement, and I'm going to take that on board.
Yeah.
And I'm going. Does it sound convincing?
No.
I'm going to a music festival in Australia called Dark Mofo in June.
period.
Dark Mofo is kind of like, I've never been. I've always wanted to go. It takes over a whole town. It's kind of like
Whoa.
Coachella if it wasn't full of influencers and went for a week
Okay.
and was more weird than
Okay.
Coachella.
Dark
There's
Mofo.
gonna Dark Mofo.
Okay,
Look it
cool,
up.
let's go.
It's like My Health, a band I love.
Oh,
they
cool.
would play
Oh,
Dark
yeah.
Mofo.
No, John.
They would
Yeah.
do that. But
Nice.
they'll be dancing there. And maybe that's when I
All right, Party God
Okay.
Challenge.
Dance.
You gotta
Beautiful.
dance.
send you a
One
video.
song. Send us a video. Yes.
Send
I
you a
saw
video.
in
And you'll
your
be like,
stories-
oh,
We'll
that's
post it.
why.
We'll
That's why he
post
doesn't
it.
dance.
I saw in your stories a while back that you went to a Creed concert. You didn't dance there. How could you not dance to Creed?
I can bob my head. I can like move my
Okay.
shoulders a little bit
Okay.
and like
Okay.
move around.
Okay.
Baby
Yeah, that
steps.
was rough. That was New Year's a couple of years ago in Vegas. Creed was like bringing the new year in.
That's
that
awesome.
was
Live stream.
insane.
I love
Yeah,
Creed.
we've been thinking of
The
doing-
crowd, so into it.
Oh, of
Yeah.
course.
Kind of like very like, I'd say like white 40s, 50s, quite Christian. It was in Vegas. It was
Yeah.
a fucking
That's
weird
They were
scene.
oppressed. They know how to party.
Until you said the Christian,
Oh.
until you said the Christian part, I was like, 40s, 50s, dads, like that's my demo. Like
That's the one.
Clean up,
Clean house.
Yeah.
Let's go there, clean up.
They love Creed. We have a similar interest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to a Creed concert.
Okay.
They're always touring.
Let me
They're
know
big
next
in
time.
they're
Listen.
big in America at the moment. Like they're a
Yeah,
big
hell
thing
yeah.
here. Yeah.
All right, should we do 7 minutes in heaven?
Oh yeah,
God.
We have a
developed
new-
segment. Yeah.
It's called 7
Okay.
Minutes in Heaven. We're going to
Sounds
give you
awful.
7.
no, it's
David.
really fun. It's
Okay.
really fun. Yeah.
Okay.
David, we're going to make you
It's a
dance.
high pressure
Yeah.
Yeah.
scenario situation. We'll take turns
Mhm.
reading them.
And then you tell
Okay.
us how you'd react to these scenarios.
Okay.
Rapid fire.
Okay.
It's not so rapid fire.
It's rapid fire.
Okay.
Rapid
Okay.
No, I'm ready.
Great.
I love a new
Okay.
segment.
I read the first one, so I'll start.
Okay.
Melania Trump invites you to her film premiere party.
hmm
If you don't go, you lose your U.S. citizenship. You can't bring a weapon. What do you do to make this party incredible?
Oh, I mean, you go. You absolutely go. I went to see the Melania doc,
question,
and
yeah.
I was sitting in that cinema with a bunch of Trumpers, and it was wild. The atmosphere was wild. It was like being on Mars. Everyone around me was so impressed with what they were watching. There was one point where, like, it's a big scene in the documentary where one of her chefs got out this egg that they're going to be serving at one of the inauguration parties.
Uh-huh.
And it was a golden egg. So it was like covered, like painted in gold,
Yeah.
filled with caviar.
Wow.
And when this big golden egg was on the screen, the people were so fucking excited. They were like, oh,
Ew.
like it was disgusting, but also amazing. And if you didn't have to, you weren't living with Melania, you didn't have to like be there for a long time, just going to that party and being around those people.
Yeah.
That's like my version of heaven, just watching how those alien sort of, or people pretending to be real people act.
Sure. Like, wow, they're
You don't
fascinated
even need
by
to bring
this
anything
egg.
to the party.
Yeah.
You
If I
just,
saw a golden egg, I'd be like, okay, what? What
and
is
like
this?
any terrible party, you can solve it just by observing and just like marveling at these people
Yeah.
in front
that's
of
beautiful.
you.
Yeah.
So
Say that
I would
again.
do
That's
that.
really
So you wouldn't bring
nice.
anything, you'd bring a good attitude.
Like I just get them to expand on their view of immigration and just get them talking on it. Because when you get people talking on that stuff, it gets more and more deranged.
Yeah.
And I just kind of keep prodding and
You
just
do love
keep
to
that
do that.
shit coming out.
Yeah.
That's
You have a
awesome.
patience for that I think a lot of people don't have.
Yeah, I love it. I sort of love being around insufferable people.
Great. Okay, well, let's do
Oh, it sounds like I was a dig at you
Yeah.
guys.
Okay, next one.
Wasn't the case.
You get invited to 2 dream parties, but you can only choose one. First party is dogs playing poker, just like in the paintings. The dogs can talk. The banter is unbelievable. You're smoking cigars and you're actually winning a bunch of hands. Second party is on the Titanic, the original Titanic, and you have the ability to warn the captain about the iceberg and save all your new friends. What do you choose?
Oh, definitely Titanic.
Oh.
100%. Because I also think if you
Both of us would
gave...
go dogs.
Yeah. I was
If
like,
you
for sure the
I
dogs.
think if you gave
a
dogs
no-brainer,
the
dogs.
ability to speak, I know you said the conversation is going to be great, but I think their brains would be so different to ours. It would just be nonsense.
Food.
Like they just you wouldn't even be able to like conceptualize a conversation with them.
Really?
And also I have like a fantasy about like saving people.
Uh-huh.
So when I was a kid, I'd
Oh.
always like drift, which is apparently a lot of males do this. You sort of drift into like fantasy where you're like saving your classmates at school
Sure.
or like being the
Really?
hero.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, that's like a big thing. And occasionally if I'm like really depressed, I'll just like sit and like go into like a little rescue fantasy. And a Titanic, I haven't done that one, but that's a good scenario where you know it's coming and you can tell the captain and rescue everyone.
I've never had a rescue bear.
You know you can do
I
it?
kind of had that. Yeah, when I was a little
Yeah,
kid, I would like.
when you were 2. Yeah, not...
Anyway, in elementary school, I would come home every day and I would sit I would get my family's hot station wagon and I would sit there and I would imagine that there was an apocalypse. It washed away all the people except for me and my like 6 sexiest 4th grade friends.
Yeah.
It was like two,
This
two,
is-
two, yeah.
It's a great one.
This is less about like saving people and more
Yeah.
about hooking up. So I would sort of like
course.
sit in the car and I would
You're
imagine
6.
I
What
would
else are you gonna
imagine like
think
who's
about?
gonna come, who's gonna mate with who's gonna like
Mate. Okay.
Intense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like an early love addict. Yeah. So it was like
Yeah.
very much like we're the only 6 people left. We're gonna have to procreate. So like who I like pair people off. I decided where they're gonna sit in the station wagon. That's why it was really important to be in the station
In the
wagon.
station wagon.
Yeah.
Very specific scenario.
Yeah.
And then I imagine like, okay, we're gonna get a house. My dream goal is to get to Virginia. I was like,
Okay. We just gotta get to
specific.
Virginia.
we're gonna resettle in Virginia. We're gonna start a
Okay.
new life there. I kind of imagine like, here's all the chores. Of course I was gonna assign everyone like the labor. Like who?
This
who's
is
gonna
like
do
an
what
apocalypse
chores.
situation. You're like the ringleader.
Yeah.
We gotta repopulate.
I like
All right,
it.
6-year-olds
Thank you.
get in line.
Like you get it.
Yeah.
Like my fantasy
Yeah.
was mostly like sort of, it was in school. Or no, maybe it was like, I was still doing this early years of university. So like someone would come in like with a gun and be ready to like attack my classmates.
Oh, sure.
And I'd like dive in front of the people that I liked in my class and like take a bullet. It wouldn't kill me, but it would like graze a shoulder.
Of
Oh
course.
my
It would stop the
God.
bullet because my
Yeah.
body's so strong, you know. And they'd be like, "Whoa, David, you're so brave."
You
And
guys are
so,
real.
so I don't do it very much now, just for the record. But you can do it after this.
You can do it.
Try it. Close your
See,
eyes
my thing
and
is-
be a hero.
I want to be rescued.
Oh.
I want to
You
be.
can do
I
that
got
as
a
well.
fantasy of like, I'm like, oh my God, like, oh no, I'm in the tower, and someone's like, here I am. I found you.
We're perfect.
Oh, so
friends.
that's good. You
Amazing.
still you can
Yeah.
do it, but you're not rescuing. You're being rescued.
I want to be rescued.
I wonder
Yeah.
if that's a gendered thing or something, because
Maybe.
apparently, like males do often have this like bullshit rescue thing,
Right.
whereas in reality, it would probably all be cowards and would be like fucking running out of the room. So I think it is something like it's a male
Well, I'm divine-
delusional thing.
divine masculine now, so I mean, who's really going to be doing the rescuing?
Yeah.
Let's get real.
Try a fantasy sometime later today
Try
where
fantasizing.
you are rescuing
Well,
and see how it feels.
Okay, I'll think about it. A fantasy I have is I'll be like, okay, I'm in a room full of people, and I'll be like, all right, there's an apocalypse situation right now.
Yeah.
Who are my allies? Who am I eating?
That's fun.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm in charge.
We do
Yeah,
that.
obviously.
We do that a lot at the airport. We're always like,
Yeah.
okay, zombie apocalypse. Like, who's on our team? And we kind of pick like, okay, like,
who's the muscle? Who are the cooks?
Right,
Yeah,
right.
right. Yeah.
Who are our allies? Who are our errand boys?
it's a really fun game to play.
I
at
did have
airports.
one other
fun.
quick thought just about the describing the dog situation where
Yeah,
we're all drinking in
I
cigars.
wrote this prompt. I'm kind of disappointed you weren't more into the dog.
I wasn't into
banter.
I wasn't. I'm sorry, but it just
Okay.
reminded me another thing at New Zealand parties with drinking is we have a game. It's not really a game. It's just a thing you do called Scrumpy Hands.
Pardon?
And Scrumpy Hands. Scrumpy is a very cheap cider in like a plastic bottle, and you get 2 things of Scrumpy and you hold them and your friend tapes them to your hands.
Edward 40 hands. Yeah, we do
Yeah,
that.
we
What?
got it. We have
Edward 40 hands.
we have
is
a
what it's
You
called
have
here.
your own
Yeah.
version?
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
What's Edward 40?
So you get 2 bottles of 40-ounce beer in your hands, taped to your hands.
Very
Isn't
cheap.
that amazing?
Yeah.
That's
Different
beautiful.
countries,
That's
and
beautiful.
yet we evolved.
Honey,
The same
alcoholism is
game.
global.
Well, I mean, if
Alcoholism
you look
knows
at
no
old like
bounds.
cave
Oh.
paintings, you'll see the same.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's been- yeah.
Duct tape.
Oh, do the next prompt.
Okay.
Okay, I really think those dogs were gonna have good banter, but
I'm so
too.
sorry.
yeah, I guess it's my turn.
I love dogs, but
I thought they were gonna be like complaining about their wives. You think they're just talking about dog shit? Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Overnight, you lose 2 feet in height as well as your accent. Your crush is at the party you're about to attend.
Mhm.
How do you make up for any lost swagger?
This is like that book where someone wakes up and they're turned metamorphosis,
Into a bug.
where they wake up and they're a cockroach.
Yeah. Very Kafka.
Swagger.
Losing 2 feet in height is like being a cockroach.
That's-
Dash David
to
Farrier.
David, being
Sounds
a
bad.
short king is just
It's
like
just
being a
like a little cockroach crawling along the
You
floor.
heard it here first.
Sorry, short people.
Can't imagine
I've
anything
got
worse.
no
Can't
beef
imagine
with-
anything worse.
You'd have to make up with swagger with like such a boring answer, just like a really good story. Like
How would you do it
visually-
specifically? Because obviously we catered this to you. You're tall. You have the accent. How would you make up
no
for the swagger?
accent. Am I in
Yeah.
America?
Yeah. So like,
you're American
because
now.
I'm thinking, what are
God.
things that normally work on women?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would? Fuck.
He's like, that's
2
all I got.
feet.
So 2 feet. That would bring
Oh.
you
You're
down
like
to what?
4'3".
That would bring you down to like 4.
Yeah, about 4, 4 2.
Yeah.
I don't know what can be done. I'd probably try and make a joke. I think making people laugh can be a good thing.
Okay.
Okay.
I think I'd try and I'm bad with scenarios. I'd make some sort of joke
Okay.
and they'd laugh, and then there'd be so much laughter they would not notice how short I am.
diminutive. Yeah. Of
Okay.
course. Of course.
Keep
I
her-
mean,
keep her laughing.
Yeah.
I think that's
Some
genuinely
gags.
a great lesson from it. Like you can do so much with comedy. With the power of comedy
Totally.
and making a woman laugh, it gets you so far.
You think so? Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
Of course.
everyone loves laughing. Like I like it when someone makes me laugh.
Of course.
Especially
Yeah.
when other people like that.
It's very rare that someone could be clever because you have to be sharp. You have to be,
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you'll be looking up at them like this.
Yeah.
You better be
trying to
funny.
make them laugh.
Oof,
You know,
honey, if you're a bug, you
Yeah.
Little
better have
cockroach.
jokes.
Yeah. So you'd be funny. I think probably you would be motivated to pick up dancing because you would want an extra skill
You're
set.
gonna have to.
Get
Yeah.
something new. Yeah.
All right. What's
All right.
next?
You trip and fall very loudly in front of a group of baddies. How do you recover?
Baddies is the
Hot girls.
context. Hotties.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a long way down.
The recovery from that is I don't know if there is any recovery from that.
Oh,
I think
okay.
you just tap out.
Yeah.
This is just not worth trying.
This
Like
says a
you
lot.
fall
This says a
over
lot
in front
about.
of people.
You can always save it.
What would you do?
I'd be like, oh my God, I just fell.
Oh, that's funny. That's
Yeah.
that's funny. Just point it out.
You
But
just point it
she's
out.
Yeah,
had
yeah,
to
yeah.
evolve. She's had to figure out because this is very common for her.
I
She's
fall.
always falling. She's
You're always falling.
I'm down.
Yeah.
But I always get back up.
I've watched her fall down a flight of stairs in slow motion, and she's laughing as it's happening because she knows it's going to be a good story.
I
for
say,
later.
yeah. I mean, I think that I was just thinking the last time that happened, I was in a very icy place recently in America, and I was skidding over all the time. And I just found that people, like when I did it, I'd just look around at people that saw me and laugh with myself
Yeah.
instead of at them.
You have to, yeah.
And so I think laughter,
yeah,
but not like a
Yeah.
crazy person giggling, but
Sure.
like you catch them laughing and you kind of laugh together
yeah.
at what just happened.
Well, when you fall, you have the opportunity to be the most charming person in the room.
Yeah.
Because if you fall, you could be like, oh, fuck, I fell. Like, oh my God. And everyone's like, oh, embarrassing. But if you're just like, that was embarrassing. Oh my God. All right.
just
hey.
own up to it.
Then everyone's like, oh my God, they're awesome.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, yeah,
literally
yeah.
having the confidence to just be like, oh my God, Hey,
Another lesson for the audience.
it's
Yeah,
charming.
I like
it's
that.
like,
You laughing gives other people permission to laugh. If you get angry, then everyone's like, oh, okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
completely. It's the
you
worst.
have the room in
Yeah.
the palm of your hand if you fall.
Everyone's watching.
Everyone's
Mhm.
watching you to see how you react. And if you're like, hey, and then it's like,
Yeah.
whoa, who's that? They handled that really well.
We should fall more often.
Yeah.
all
You got,
of us.
honestly, you got to start
Yeah.
falling.
Right, center
You
of
can always
attention.
save it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right.
That's-
It is. It's just having confidence in that moment and not being mortified by it.
Exactly.
Because the
It's even
second you're
sexier.
mortified, everyone's just like,
Exactly.
embarrassing.
You
But if
tense
you're
up
like-
for them.
yeah. How often are you falling over?
A lot.
A lot.
Well, when I was in
Yeah.
elementary school, I knew
Yeah.
all the women in the office by name because I was on the nurse every week because I
Oh.
fell. I had like permanently skinned knees.
Jesus
I was
Christ.
down, but I always got
I'm
back
so
up.
sorry. You always got back up.
Always got
And
back
that's
up.
really
She
good.
always had a laugh in her rib.
I always got to laugh about it. Listen, you got to get back up.
Okay. What do we got? Quentin Tarantino, Brad Pitt, and Leonardo DiCaprio
Cool.
challenge you to a tickle fight. Who are you defeating?
Oh my God, what 3 horrific men to be like having to tickle. Yuck.
Yuck.
I think I'd tickle. I feel like Leo has like very ticklish feet and like unlike sides of the bod. So I think
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think Leo wouldn't be able to hold it together.
Totally.
I do not want to touch Quentin Tarantino
Right.
ever.
Okay.
Sure.
Who is the other
I
one?
like Brad
Brad
Pitt.
Brad Pitt. No, I'm going for Leo. He's got that chunky little funny face, and
Yeah.
I reckon he'd crack up.
Yeah.
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 And he's
Okay.
like, I don't find, out of all of them, I find Leo physically the least disgusting. And so I would
Over
be
Brad
okay
Pitt?
with it. I'm not a Brad Pitt guy.
Wow.
I'm not. I don't know why. I'm just not.
Whoa. Mhm.
I
Yeah.
have this thing that I do when I am dating someone where I will like tickle them and they're like, of course they're like they want to tickle you back,
Yeah.
and when they start I'm like ow ow ow
Oh, that's
ow,
good.
and like, I start to them like they can't, they feel like they're
They're hurting you.
yeah
Kind of
so it's a
thing.
really great trick.
You wanna
It's
scare men.
like, ow ow ow
You're hurting.
yeah and they're like what
I wanna steal
like
that.
yeah
That's a good technique.
yeah thank
It's
you
like act
yeah.
very, very hurt.
yeah I never get tickled. I always want to tickle
Oh my
fight.
God.
Yeah.
I'm really
Yeah.
bad at tickling, and so I'll try to tickle someone, and then they're
Yeah.
just like,
Oh,
look
what
at
are you
me,
doing?
and then it's like really embarrassing that I'm like touching their body in this way, and they're just like,
I had a thing happen that happened for a while. So I made this documentary, Tickled, about competitive tickling
Of
and
course,
sort of
that's
the
where we got
chaos around that.
pumped, yeah.
But for a while after that, in New Zealand, strangers would come up and tickle and go, tickle, tickle, tickle.
Oh no.
And that's it's assault. Like, get the fuck away from me. But they thought that was a perfectly fine thing to do.
oh my god,
And it wasn't.
David,
And
I
I
think-
also
I
am
think
very,
you're
I grew
asking
up with
for
an
it.
older brother who would always give me frights. So I'm very jumpy.
He
And
give
so
you
I
frights. That's a very
hated
adorable
it.
way to say that. He give me
Yeah.
a fright.
did you think this was gonna happen after you
No,
made the documentary?
not at all. No, like it's about like a horrific like tickling kingpin who like
Yeah.
abuses like young
Right,
men.
Right.
But it's like, woohoo, like
Yeah,
this,
I'm
you
gonna
know?
get you.
People's takeaway was like, yeah, that's okay to do to people.
Yeah.
yeah.
But that it's stopped now. But for a while in New Zealand, that was a thing that
Oh,
would happen,
no.
and that
Oh my
was a real
God.
problem.
Your nervous system, you must be.
And I'm shot. I am. I'm always like seeing where the exit is.
They're
you
gonna
know?
get me. Oh my god,
That's a classic Houdini.
So a
like,
surprise tickle from strangers,
Oh.
like awful, right?
God. It was never a little bit cool. It was never like a cute girl.
No.
Like,
Oh no, it
I'm
never
not
was.
picturing anyone
there was
cute
never
coming
one
away.
cute doing that. No, it was all yeah, it was all awful all the time. Nothing good about it.
oh,
No good
Personal
outcomes.
space.
It was bad.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
But then you had to also like laugh it off. Yeah, yeah. You know,
Yeah,
you couldn't.
of
I couldn't get
course.
angry.
Yeah.
I'm not an angry person,
Yeah.
but you also
Yeah.
like they
Yeah.
think they're doing something, which I guess you're meant to be like,
No.
yeah,
They like
Yeah.
love the work.
you know, like,
Well, it's like fight, flight,
Yeah.
freeze, or
Freeze or
fawn.
fawn,
Like you're
yeah.
fawning because you're like, please just don't hurt
Stop.
me.
Stop this.
Please stop touching
I
me.
don't take your technique and just like
Ow,
It's
ow,
like,
ow, ow, ow.
fall over, then
yeah,
laugh.
from our book.
Yeah. So anyway, that was
Oh
a
my
bad. Yeah. So
God.
tickling, not for me.
Mm,
Well,
great.
But if I had to, apparently Leo.
all right, David, you have 2 dates to the party. They are suspicious, but don't know about each other. You
Mhm.
have one friend to help you. How do you juggle?
Wait, say again. I'm taking 2 people on a date.
You have 2 dates to the party.
You invited 2 people to
Two.
this
Why have
party.
I done this?
It's-
I
Accidentally?
don't
In
know.
this scenario,
It's
this
just
is what
like
you're.
a-
This is
Okay.
we can't just.
So
we
you-
don't know what's going on in your mind.
You have
Okay.
2 dates to the party. They are suspicious,
Mm.
but don't know about each other. You have one friend to help you. How do you juggle?
What are we all turning up together?
No, separate.
They
Like,
have
they'll
different times. Yeah.
Different times.
Yeah.
So you have two like people that are like think they're your date at the same party. You have one friend who can help you.
Oh, I see.
He's
See,
such
this
a
is
good guy.
bit-
He's never been in this.
I know. He's
No,
like,
I
here's
haven't.
how
No,
I do
haven't.
it. I can't wrap my mind.
I think this is different in America to New Zealand. Like, I think the term date almost.
okay.
So you're like, you guys have a party tonight, and you're like to David, to me, you're like, bring someone, and I sort of bring two people. Or invite two people.
Who like you all have like you've been talking like you like
You're such a good man.
No, I just can't.
Elle wrote
My
this prompt and I
mind
knew this was going to be hard for
I'm
you. I was
so
like, he's going to have
I'm so stressed by even thinking about this.
He's panicking at this.
I'm not going to the party. Like, that's such a stressful
You
situation to
invite
be
both
in.
your crushes and then you're like,
Yeah.
I'm out.
But what would I get my friend to do? Would I be like,
Like,
can you
distract one
entertain
of them.
yeah.
one while
So
I'm...
Elle wrote this
you
question
talk
and it's
to
a very
one.
Elle question because she would do this sort of thing. She would invite like two crushes to a party, two guys that she's like talking to, nothing's committed, and
Yeah.
she would get me to
Like,
sort of
distract
distract
one while
them. Yeah.
Well, you would go and like kiss one of them or something.
Yeah.
right.
And then
right.
you'd get your friend to go to and distract that person. You're like,
Right.
you'd kiss the other
Right.
one.
Exactly.
Right.
I can't even
Oh.
conceive.
Well,
I honestly can't. It's like, it's such a wildly stressful
that's a
thing
great-
to me.
That's a
Great.
great
Well, you
answer.
passed
It
the
would
test.
take the magic
That
out
that
of
one
both
was actually a
scenarios.
test. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, God, I'd rather dance.
All right, last one. You're off the hook. You're a 1950s housewife. Tonight is your husband's big office party celebrating his new promotion. You've just found out that he's sleeping with his secretary who will be in attendance.
son of a
How will
bitch.
you move?
Mhm.
I mean, I would probably just make sure that I kind of was like around her a lot that night. I'd sort of befriend her
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
and sort of start having conversations and just be watching how my husband is reacting.
Mm.
Right.
Because
okay.
the last thing he would want is for me to be forging any kind of bond with that
Correct.
person.
True.
Right.
So I wouldn't be annoyed at her. I'd be fucked off at him.
Yeah.
I'd sort of be like, you're probably being taken advantage of by my dog shit husband.
Mhm.
And so I would just want to like make him as fucked over as possible.
Mm.
Right.
So I would genuinely just be friendly
Yeah.
and just watch him squirm
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Chess.
hate it
Yeah.
so much.
You're like,
Yeah, smart.
we're girls. Let's hang out in the bathroom. Like,
All of that.
yeah.
Let's hang
yeah.
really.
Yeah, I'd invite her into my life more and more. Like
Yeah.
she'd be coming around for dinners and stuff.
Sewing
and
circle.
She'd be,
Yeah.
and just watch my husband's like state of mind just slowly
Crumble.
start to
crumble.
like crumble
yeah.
and break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
He's like,
Beautiful.
does she
think-
know?
That's what I'd do.
Okay, incredible.
I think.
Alright,
Yeah,
okay.
psychological warfare.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
only way to
yeah.
go. Yeah.
That's cool.
Dog shit husband. I wonder why I ended up with such a dog
So
shit husband.
He'd be the one with the 2 dates to the party, I guess.
He'd be that guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was
That'd
one
be
of the
cool.
dates.
David's the one.
Didn't see it at the time because you had been distracting me.
We tried to get
Yeah.
him to be the husband, but he's the date. David's
Sure.
the secretary.
These situations get so confusing.
Always the secretary,
Yeah.
never the.
Never the husband. Well, David, what do you think a party foul is? Something someone can do at a party that's like
It's the
that.
worst thing that someone could do at a
Oh,
party.
Yeah.
the worst is if someone, I think, tries to be like the life of the party when they're clearly not. So like
That's a
it's
good
someone's
one.
birthday and we're all there to celebrate them,
Yeah.
but one of their friends is just always trying to make it about them somehow.
Mhm.
So I
So
don't know,
real.
so if there's like a band playing or a mic that they maybe try and sort of take over and like
Sure.
take the limelight off the person it's meant to be on.
Yeah.
I always think that's like a big no-go.
Yeah.
That is
It's like,
bad.
don't try
We know
and
a few of those.
outperform. It's like people that go to a comedy show just to heckle and
Oh,
to like
yeah.
become the center of attention.
Yeah.
Sure.
That kind of energy, don't have time for it.
No.
Also, I think people that, my friend Hayden often does this. He will come to a party with alcohol. So he'll come with like a 6-pack of beers.
Mhm.
They're in the fridge or they're in the fucking tub in the ice. At the end of that night, if they're not drunken, he will recover them and take them home
Well, they're his
again.
beers, of course.
And
Yeah.
that's straight
We
no.
don't like that.
You got to
Yeah.
leave them because they remain there for the next
It's
party.
the gift.
It's the
Sure.
gift.
Gift to the host.
Well, a 6-pack, that is.
That is, yeah.
Yeah, that's part of the
Right.
deal.
Yeah.
Got it, David.
No,
Yeah.
okay. Fine.
Sorry,
What's
I
the
don't
worst
make
thing
the rules.
What's the worst thing you've ever done at a party?
The worst thing I've ever done, probably my thing is just like leaving and not saying goodbye. I have no problem with just exiting out of there.
I've experienced this with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
personally.
no.
Like, where's David? He's gone.
I used to
Okay.
do a thing where like I'd painfully like say goodbye to everyone. I've stopped doing it. I just leave. And then often people, if it's late in the night, people won't even notice you've gone. They almost notice more if you go and say you're going and make a big deal out
I
of
do
it
think
than
that
other
I
before.
don't think that you need to make a big like display of it. I think that takes
Not all
energy
the
away from
time.
the party.
Not all the time.
Yeah.
That is probably can be rude as well, but I don't have any problem with doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I do think that if a girl books you on a show, like let's say a panel, let's say like a panel and there's a lot of cool people hanging out and then there's going to be like an after party and there's like karaoke.
Yeah.
Let's just say there's karaoke after. Like it would be.
You are in the
I've done this
doghouse,
to you.
David.
And I brought this up because you said like, what's the worst thing you've done at a party?
Yeah.
And it is doing that because I know that sometimes it goes wrong. And we've got
I
a
know.
great case study here.
He's getting ahead of the
I came to one
narrative.
of your events. I was out of there straight away.
I know.
It was
I've
like,
never seen
I
somebody leave so
know.
fast.
I saw like a cloud of dust after
Yeah.
you left.
No, I got it.
was-
No, sometimes I just reach a level of like, I've had too much people. I've just got to get out of there.
You went on first.
Yeah. No, it had been
too
a
much.
big,
It's too much.
it had been a big day of other people, and I was just like, I need some like alone time. There's too many talkative, cool people here. I've got to just like,
Yeah.
I've got to go out
Yeah.
low.
I hate when I'm surrounded
Yeah.
by too many cool people.
It's just awful. It's
Wow.
just awful.
Yeah.
Is this what this is about? This is an intervention. But no, it's bad. And I'm going to take a lesson from this. Sometimes you should say goodbye or force yourself to stick around a bit longer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's a kind thing that the person's done. They put on a whole
and
party.
sometimes you should dance.
And
sometimes.
I'm not going to go that. I'm not going to go that far. I'm not going to go that far.
But you could rock karaoke, I imagine.
Karaoke, I can do, but it's still a bit of a fear.
It's a fear.
Yeah, dancing. Performance in front of other people is hard for me. I don't like being like on a mic or dancing.
You're so good at talking on a mic. Though.
Talking's okay. Yapping's all right.
All right.
I'm a white
I
man.
get nervous
Yeah.
about doing karaoke.
True.
We're the same. I get nervous about doing
Yeah.
karaoke, but I would say that's really healthy to face some of these fears.
Just do it.
Yeah,
Get through it.
Yeah.
Do you
Because the
drink?
reward at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you drink, David?
I drink.
All right, we'll get
Yeah.
him. We'll get him drunk.
Oh, yeah.
Just it'll help, right?
Well,
yeah.
it'll help.
That'll
Come out
help
with
a
the
lot.
party gods,
Okay.
and we'll show
Yeah.
you how to
Yeah, okay.
karaoke and how to dance.
I'm also like, I'm sure I've got a better answer of something terrible I've done at a party than just leave early, but I don't know if I do. I'm sure I've done very annoying things at parties, but I can't think of any.
Well,
it must be
very
nice.
convenient.
Yeah, very convenient.
Oh,
Yeah.
it must be nice.
Write in later.
Very practical.
Write in later. Well,
You know,
actually,
I don't know. I'm like so wonderful at parties. I've never.
Yeah, it's hard
Always
to.
fine.
hard to
Great,
think,
great
yeah.
guest. No, I'm sure I've like offended people or like broken things but I just, it was so long ago when I partied.
Huh.
Dang.
Well, we'll make a list of things and we'll tack it onto the episode.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good. Leaving early is the worst of it all.
Well, to
Well,
me, yeah.
Please tell us about a time you were a party god. So your craziest party story.
Craziest party. Look, I think we've been there already. Like it was having the Prime Minister of New Zealand at the party.
Yeah.
Like that's as cool as it's ever gotten.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the
yeah.
craziest it's ever gotten, even though it wasn't that crazy.
Was she shocked at the state of this space?
No, she knew what she was getting herself
Okay.
into.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't that horrific.
Yeah.
But, she was probably in classier environments.
Joy.
But it's like it's like having Obama turn up.
Have a what?
It's like
Obama?
having Obama turn up. Like
Yeah,
she's
accent.
the main
A bomber?
person,
I thought you said a barber.
A barber.
David, what is this
You what?
accent you're doing?
I'm actually surprised
Yeah,
I can understand.
I know
Yeah,
Devin can
Obama.
work.
It's like having him turn up. Like
Yeah.
if Obama turned up, that would be your party, right?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I'm not an Obama stan.
But I'd also
Oh,
be
well,
like,
who's like a leader who's like, I don't know.
I
AFC.
mean,
Bernie turns
Zoran.
up.
Zoran would be a fun. Yeah,
Yeah,
Zoran,
him.
very
He
fun to
turns
party
up?
with. Yeah.
maybe like George
And-
W.
Yeah,
Well, I've had this experience actually a little secret, not like Prime Minister level, but I've hosted an event with Marianne Williamson when she was doing her presidential run,
nice.
and with Dr. Cornel West, and like to have these
You've had
guests.
Bernie at your stuff?
Yeah, to have these guests roll through in a DIY setting where I'm like, Dr. West, like just be careful this thing doesn't fall on you, like as you're like
Yeah.
You're
just like the
always doing
grungiest
this.
setting. Yeah, they love
Yeah,
it.
so you've got so many of those stories
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
I've just got like the one time it happened. Like that's it. That's all I have.
Well, we can join forces. And
There was a night when it wasn't that crazy, but when we were shooting this travel show years ago, and we were in Indonesia, and we ended up back at the hotel we were staying at. and we were just so intoxicated, and our sound guy fell over and whacked his head on the outside pool.
Oh no.
And he went to, we all like checked on him, but we definitely didn't check on him enough. And the next day, because a head injury is like really dangerous shit. But he went to bed and we woke up in the group chat to like a photo of his bed, and his like, it looked like someone had been murdered.
David.
It was so terrifying.
Jesus
He lost so much blood.
Oh my God.
And he's fine. Else this would be a horrific story. But that
He
felt
died.
like
He's fine, but he's had sort of a Flowers for Algernon vibe. But it's like, we like it better. Yeah.
But that was kind of crazy because that was like a big night that ended with like almost a death.
Sure.
But he was fine. That's not a great party story, is it at all?
That's
I love
awesome,
it.
David. That's a really cool
That's
story.
really cool.
That's a
He's
real
like a
downer.
really great friend. Yeah.
He had like a big head, so it really hit
Oh,
hard.
well,
lot
I
of
can like
blood in there.
absorb a lot. Yeah.
There's a lot of blood in that head.
Yeah. No, I'll always remember that photo. It was so scary and intense. And a reminder that if anyone does have a head injury and is bleeding, you got to stitch that shit up.
Just go to the hospital.
Don't put them to bed.
I don't think a lot of our audience needs that sort of a reminder, but
Hey guys,
we'll throw
take
it
care
out
of
there.
injuries.
Just saying.
It's rather intuitive.
Just
that
saying.
If your friend is bleeding from the head, you might care for him a little bit.
We cared. We just didn't care enough, I guess. Yeah.
Sure.
I would
We're just busy
do things
partying.
differently if I too busy partying.
Yeah. Like, come on, man. Can't be hurting yourself. We're partying. Wait, David, can we hear your best American accent?
It would be like, hey guys, I'm from America.
That's
Like,
awful.
what's up?
What?
Yeah.
That's worse than my New Zealand.
Go-
That's
do
worse
more?
than my New
It would
Zealand
be
accent.
like ordering food about, hey, can I have a pepperoni pizza and a large Coke and some large fries?
You sound like an alien.
It would be like that.
I'm so uncomfortable.
Yeah. Just
sounds
I'm
wrong.
so uncomfortable.
I can do
That's
New
what you
Zealand
sound
accent.
like. Do it.
From New Zealand.
Oh, you can.
I'm gonna go. Wait, no. Yeah. So I'm just gonna go with my friends, and gonna see where we've
That's
been.
good.
And
It's a little more Australian,
damn it.
but it's really good. It's much better than my
Do you think I can
American.
do it?
Let's hear it, Devin.
Okay. Well, I got this pirate. The thing about the pirate is it's really squishy.
Wow.
You like
Pretty
it?
spot on,
That
huh?
is so offensive. That's rough. That's really,
You didn't like that?
that shocks me to my core.
He would just
Is that the first
he
time you've
just
done
leaves.
it?
He just like
No, she's practiced that a lot.
That was why even the dog is moving away.
the
The
dog
dog
is unsettled.
hated
The dog is unsettled.
that so much.
I thought that was pretty
This
good,
like
Devin.
near-death
I'm getting
dog
better.
is like,
Yeah.
"Ugh,
No, I thought that was pretty
I've
nice.
gotta-"
I'll admit I'm not great with accents, but I am learning. But I'm
Yeah.
pretty accent blind. I'm surprised that I can understand you at all. Like I truly,
Accent blind.
I
Yeah,
really,
but-
really can't understand or hear or do accents generally. And most of the
Yeah.
time, I find it really upsetting if someone has an accent.
All your
and-
accents kind of sound the same. They all kind of have that vibe that you just did.
Really?
Yeah,
Just
they do.
garbage spilling out.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like we've understood each other pretty well
Yeah.
today. I
No,
think you've understood most of what I've said.
Yeah.
That Obama thing was a nightmare. That didn't go well, but we got through it,
We
right?
got through it.
Hey,
Yeah.
nevertheless,
Yeah.
we persisted.
But
And
usually,
your accent sounds fucking incredible up to
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare.
But yeah, in
Yeah.
general, I'm not one of those girls that's like, oh, I love a guy with an accent. Because I'm like, I can't understand you. And also, I think that if you live in America, you should sound normal. Like,
Normal.
Wow. Should adapt.
you should
How New Zealand do I sound? Do I sound all American?
Not so problematic.
You
Not as
don't sound-
problematic.
Not so problematic,
It's
okay.
like tempered down. It's not strong. Like we can
Okay.
understand everything you're saying,
Yeah.
except for when you said Obama. It sounded like
That problem.
that
yeah,
really.
Barbara.
That was like I felt off balance.
I
I was
had a
like,
Barbara
There
at
are
my
some
party.
words that
Barbara.
really, yeah.
yeah, you know when you get a Barbara at your party and it is crazy. Yeah, totally.
Did we do party trick already?
Oh yeah, he did at the beginning. His party trick.
Oh, you just ripped, without any prompts.
Yeah, he really took control.
Oh, sorry.
Tap-
Yeah, I did.
typical man.
I
No, we love
took
it. We love
over
it.
that interview.
Well, we can take
Oh, your dog is so
audience question
sweet.
wrap.
Oh yeah. Things
we
are just
better-
floating.
Do we have?
We got things afloating here. Okay, we got an audience question.
Great.
Okay.
What have we got?
So David, it's from our audience. I want to party less as I'm getting older, but I
Wouldn't
maintain
know what
most.
you're talking about. I wouldn't know.
But I maintain most of my relationships through partying. How can I
Mm.
navigate partying less but keeping friendships? What do you
Oh,
think?
wow. You've got to pivot some of those party buddies into like other scenarios, don't you, somehow?
Okay.
But what do you do with those party buddies? I
Lay
feel like you've got to single out a few of them who can maybe have other skills besides partying.
Right.
And then you've got to like do a mutual, maybe like a hike. If you're in LA, people
Yeah.
love hiking.
Yeah.
You know, kind of feel like when you get old, you end up doing that. You
That's
love walking
true,
around the
yeah.
place, you know,
Mhm.
Yeah.
but more of fitness. So I think maybe pick some of the interesting ones. But maybe as you transition out, maybe you have to change some of those conversations you're having at parties to actually find out what they're into if you don't already know.
Right.
Then just pick a couple of them. You don't want all those
Right.
people following you around into the rest of your life.
That's true. You gotta pick
But
and
just
choose.
like pick a couple of goodies, like a top
Yeah.
3.
You gotta pick
and
and
then,
choose your
like,
friends, you know?
Yeah, and then do like maybe a little hike or some like beersies or something.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
a
that's a
little,
good idea.
local little bar.
Yeah,
Find
something
other
like that.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you transition to day hangs.
Yeah, maybe you join a chess club or something.
Yeah, I
Movie
feel like my
nights.
partying just stopped on one day. It just suddenly ended.
One day, wow.
And it's like, I feel like I don't, but I guess she's talking about like hitting the clubs, like big, he or she like big nights out kind of.
That's what
or
it
like-
sounds like. I
yeah.
think some people are into this sort of groove where they go out on the weekends, they party. That's kind of where all their friendships happen.
Yeah.
And I've
Mm.
related to this where like that was kind of mostly my social life. And
Me
then
too.
getting in my 30s, transition into like, okay, I want to have like daytime friends and
Yeah.
daytime hangs and
Right.
like chill movie nights with friends or things that feel more
Totally.
intimate. And I don't want to be drinking every weekend.
It may be the reality that they just have to chop a lot of those party people.
Yeah.
Like you need to like segue
Yeah.
and have like other people. You got like your party people and then like the rest of your people.
Yeah.
Maybe it's time to leave the party people alone to
There
party.
There
Yeah.
are some, I think, people that you hang out with at night that aren't meant to see the light of day. Like you're,
Yeah.
you
Totally.
don't want to know.
And it's okay
Like
to be in a new
cockroaches.
phase of like not partying and not seeing those people. That's fine.
Yeah.
You know, leave them behind.
Yeah.
You're getting old.
Leave y'all at the
Face
club.
face up to it.
Lights
you
are
know?
coming on, honey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all are staying at the club. I'm out.
Yeah,
I think
just,
you once you get to like, I don't know, 35 at the latest, you don't want to be
What's the move tonight?
Yeah.
Start
Yeah.
tiring. You just get so
Yeah.
tired.
Get away.
You know?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like you both have a capacity to be up like very late. Your events, you're always on
Yeah.
so late. So you guys can still
Well, that's
party.
usually if we're doing so like I'm hosting something or we're
Yeah.
hosting something as party.
Your
God.
energy.
What?
Yeah.
Your energy still. Yeah, you
Yeah,
can, like,
exactly.
there's a
Then I have
reason.
host energy, or if it's like you just go to a bunch of the SNL
mainly-
parties or
yeah.
premiere party. Like I have energy for that sort of thing, but it's different than like in my 20s and like even early
Yeah.
30s. It
Yeah.
was like every weekend I plan to be
We're
out
just
and
going to
like
the
that
bar,
something
the
will
club.
happen. Yeah, I'll make
Oh,
something
Now we
happen.
go like 4.
Now it's got to be like
See,
there
I've-
has to be a.
I've
yeah.
never done that phase, so
Oh,
I'm terrible at
really?
giving advice to get out of it. Like
Okay.
that's just a different world to me.
Well,
That like clubbing world.
yeah.
Never did it.
Well, this wasn't clubbing. We weren't clubbing.
We
to
weren't
be
clubbing.
fair.
Yeah. Well, I had
Yeah.
one clubbing phase
So
where
it's
I
like,
was.
You go to the dive bar. You run into friends.
Yeah.
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 I had one clubbing phase where I was going to the club alone because
Oh.
I was like trying to get
Oh.
a job as a bottle
That's
girl.
so dark. You've never told me that.
I know. I was like trying really hard to get a job as a bottle girl.
Oh.
And then I like was just going to the club alone and then I was just clubbing alone. Like
How
staying
was
out.
it? Was it fun?
Oh
or
no, it was very dark.
No,
I mean, I was
yeah.
having a little fun, but
Pretty.
just a tiny,
this was
tiny
like 1
bit.
week.
Kind of
This was no, it was like a week. It was a
dangerous.
week.
A week.
A week.
Oh, it was like 1
A
week,
week
and then
of
I was like,
hardcore solo
oh.
partying.
I was going to like hide in one oak alone.
What?
So I think that says like a lot for you. Like that's really bold. I think
That
it's
is-
amazing
that
that,
is
you could do that.
The thing
I was
about
like-
both of us, we will go to a party alone. I'm not
Oh,
going to
yeah.
a club alone. That's a
Mm.
different vibe.
It was.
But,
It was. I'm glad I did it. It was interesting, but I was just like,
well, you have a long
Mm.
obsession with bottle girls. You
I love them. I just
Yeah.
love when they look bored. It's
She-
awesome.
Yeah.
A bored bottle girl. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's
when they're
so
doing the
cool.
presentation and
And they're
they
like-
look like they want to kill themselves, like.
Oh,
I'm like,
God.
what's going on in that head?
When we started having like
Yeah.
real money to put behind our party, we're starting to do like live
Mm.
shows that ended a party. That's like a new thing that our managers like pushing is that we tour and do these like combo party
Yeah.
shows.
All right.
It's gonna be great. When we
Yeah.
have some funding for that, we're gonna hire some bored bottle girls.
Bored.
We want
They
them-
gotta be
Like
bored.
you have to look bored. Like you have to.
I-
look-
No smiling. You have to literally chewing gum and just
I really love that.
Thank you.
I really love that a
Yeah.
lot.
Well, full of ideas.
yeah. Hey.
Could I do that job?
Yeah, putting a little mini skirt.
Something like that. I can definitely look bored and a bit tired.
Yeah.
that
do
would
that.
be
It's
funny.
like-
It should be
Yeah.
all like babes and then David.
What? I'd be.
No, like all
That
like
would
hot
be-
girls.
I know, I would do that for. I'd rather do that
That'd
than
be so
like
awesome.
than go dancing.
I
at
was
a
trying
wedding.
to imagine it because I was like, can I picture you doing this? And I actually could picture you doing it quite well.
I'm down.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
you
We'll
gotta be
talk.
really bored. All
We'll
right.
talk.
Because I mean, I think your disposition, in my estimation, is fairly cheerful. So it's hard for me to imagine you feel like looking put out at a party. But
Yeah.
I can, if you really
I
leaned
could
into it.
try.
Okay.
That
I
would
could
be
really
so
try.
awesome.
Yeah.
And people are just like, wait, one
What
of these things
what
is not like
going-
the other.
This is, we do not feel good about
And we
this.
don't say anything about it.
No,
We're like,
no,
bring back
never
the bottle.
acknowledge.
We never
Never
People are
acknowledge.
Thanks,
also
bottle
like,
girls.
Never talked
people
about.
are also like, is that David Farrier?
Exactly.
What is going on? I am into this.
It's not David.
Maybe
No
we
wig.
should talk further.
Just a sexy girl outfit. All right. Well, should we give David a checkout score?
Sure. Yeah.
I think I'm going to stay with 6.
Wow. No, I'm surprised you haven't gone
He's not
lower.
moved you in any way.
I think 6 is good.
Okay, thank you.
We got to get you dancing. I think
Yeah.
it'll go up if you dance. That's
Okay.
a real thing holding me back.
Yeah, okay, deal.
But we found the mom thing, so I think now that we know where the
There's
source
an
is coming
explanation.
from,
That was really important.
sometimes
Yeah,
you got to
Pam
find the
is to blame.
source, and then you can
Yeah.
get past it.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. No,
Yeah.
thanks for
Yeah.
that. Thanks for giving me that charity.
I'm gonna go a little higher. I'm gonna go an 8.
Hey,
Again.
Wow, why? What's wrong with you?
I sense that you're someone who really thrives off of validation and encouragement, and
Yes.
I do see a party god in
Sad.
you.
It's true, but it's kind of sad to state it out loud like that. You could have done that quietly afterwards.
Cut it.
But
Cut it.
continue. What other nags do you have? It's not even nag, it's just an insult. Keep going.
no, David, you really need this.
I can tell that you really are.
Yeah.
You could really use this right now. I'm gonna go 8 because I just feel like I see a party god in you. I want you to dance. I want you to do karaoke. Part of it's self-centered. I would love to book you on a show where you don't leave immediately. Maybe you have. So I'm gonna go 8.
Okay. I appreciate
Yeah,
you.
Yeah.
Sort of wish you hadn't explained why, but I
She
still
stopped after 8, but
I'll take it. I'll take it. I love validation,
Yeah.
and I'll take the 8.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're
Oh,
welcome.
good. Well, thank you, David, so
Oh.
much.
In between the two of you, it's like a 7.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll
Yeah.
take that.
Yeah. Hey, not bad.
Not bad.
Do
We've
you
had
rate
worse.
yourselves both as 10, by the way?
Obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
Come on, we
Stupid
made the
question.
scale.
Yeah.
they would-
Okay, that
yeah.
was the dumbest.
I was going to the
question
club
of all
alone. What do you think?
They're not just handing these mics to anybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well over 10. Yeah, well
Yeah.
over 10.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, I'm glad
Yeah.
your dog didn't take a massive shit while we were.
Oh, same. I mean, that's not been the
Oh,
problem.
yeah.
To be clear, I think you're
Yeah.
you're sort of creating a narrative that is,
Okay,
she's
okay.
not been just like pooping.
Okay.
She has just been leaking out of her sphincter. Maybe I wasn't
There's a
clear
difference.
earlier. Yeah, it's a real.
Okay.
It's urine. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Right.
Yeah,
When
right. That's different.
spayed dogs are females and they're I'm not explaining this one. When a dog is spayed and they age, that sphincter muscle just loosens up, so they just dribble out
I
a little pee. So when she gets relaxed, just a little pee will dribble out. So
All right,
it's not
guys.
even.
And
Oh.
that's Party God. Thank you so much.
That's
Party on.
Party on. Oh yeah, we forgot to ask if you want to
All right.
plug anything.
Yeah, yeah.
Just kidding. And David, is there anything that you'd like to plug?
The only thing I want to plug, I write an investigative journalism newsletter called Webworm. It's free. That's at webworm.co because I couldn't afford the .com.
Yeah.
And my films, I think, are all on Netflix, Tickled and Dark Tourist and
Yeah,
Mr.
yeah.
Organ. So that's me.
All right. Tap in.
Yeah, check out Tickle, check out Webworm,
Thank
support
you.
independent journalists,
Yeah.
And that's on Party
and
God.
it makes sure he gets the encouragement and validation that he needs.
To
Yeah.
dance.
Leave a review.
Yeah.
Yeah, give-
Only good comments under this.
Exactly.
Only good ones. That guy's amazing. Don't know
Best
who he
guest.
is. But good God, that guy was great.
Yeah, we'll just send you guys a list of prompts,
Yeah.
that you can
Yeah.
plug in on David's
Just
David
get a
approved
bot
compliments.
army commenting under there.
Yeah.
I'll be happy.
Yeah.
Thank you. Just
Right.
put Pam under there somewhere.
It's just his mom.
Mother.
My little dance partner. All right, Party
All right,
on.
party on.
Hey guys, thanks so much for listening to Party God.
If you enjoyed the party, make sure to like and subscribe on YouTube. Also follow us on Instagram, and we have shit on TikTok as well.
Yeah, we got shit on TikTok. Tap in. It's Party God Pod across all socials.
Most importantly, subscribe to the Patreon.
Subscribe to the YouTube.
We've got stuff up there. Leave comments.
Yeah, say we look beautiful today. We love that kind of thing.
Yeah, say you look beautiful today. Tell us what you liked about the guest. Tell us what you liked about the episode. Tell us what was the funniest thing that either of us said in every episode.
Honestly, any attention, we love.
We love it. Oh,
We love
don't
that kind
forget
of
to give us a rating too.
Oh yeah, rate us.
A 5-star.
5 stars.
Obviously. Okay.
Yeah, come on. We're not going to ask for a 3-star review.
No,
What kind of
get real.
get real? Take this seriously. All right, we love you guys.
All right. God bless.
Party on.